now I'm going to take and I want to make uprights to go in between. So I'm going to just roll out, extrude a couple of lengths of this, or one length, and then I can kind of measure how long each one's going to be. So I need a couple of tiny ones for either side, and then a couple of longer ones. I'm not measuring exactly because I'm going to cut them when they get on here. And again, I'm going to use my rules from my board. So I'm going to take my royal and I'm going to put on the top here on this rule right there, and I'm going to take one of these and I'm flattening out the edges a little bit because I want it to attach. So I'm going to flatten that out and put it on there like that. So I want to make sure I'm this one's a little bit long, so I'm going to cut a little off, and I'm going to put some royal on this side. This is actually going to be the back side when we do this, so it doesn't matter if they're a little lumpy or if you see a little royal, because the other side's the front. This part's going to be against the bed, so you won't necessarily see this part. So we've got those attached. And now we're going to do the next one, measure that one. That one's right size, and that one's a little bit long. We'll take a little piece off. Put our royal there, 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 and there. And again, we're going to flatten that out and attach it. Flatten this one out and attach it. And now I'm going to have to fill my extruder and do the last three. All right, so we're back, and you see I've completed my uprights. Now the last little thing I'm going to do is just a little decorative piece. I'm going to take a little ball and put it right here in the center. And like I said, this is the back, so you don't have to worry about this looking pristine because the front is on the other side. Now you can see I've left these long. I want to put little balls on the ends of these, so right now I'm going to cut. I wasn't sure where this was going to end up, so I'm going to cut around my dowel and slide the fondant off like that at this part I want it to end at, which is right there. And so I'm kind of cutting it around the dowel and holding the dowel in place so nothing moves, and then sliding that off. And then when I get this all hardened, that's when I'm going to go ahead and cut the top of the dowel off. And at that point, I'll take another ball of fondant and I'll add it onto the top right there. But for now, I'm just going to let it harden and let this go for about a week. And really, you want to do about a week because you want it solid, because it's going to be standing up and you don't want to break it. You don't want to go through the time of putting it all together and then have it break. This would be the front, the headboard. For the footboard, I would do basically the same thing, but shorter. Or you can do it the same size. It's your design, it's your bed. Make it look however you want. It can have the same curly Q. It can be straight across the bottom. You can do whatever you want to your bed, but you need a headboard and a footboard, and that's how you do it. All right, now it's a week later, and our headboard and footboard are dry. It's time to make our bed. So I've got here a rectangular cake. I've made my bed a queen size bed. I went online and looked, and a queen size mattress is 80 inches by 60 inches. So I proportionally size that down so it looks correct. You can make a single bed or a king size or California king, whatever you want. I made a queen size. So, and it also doesn't have to be perfectly square and pristine because it's a bed. Mattresses are, lumpy and bumpy and not exactly perfectly square. So I'm not too concerned with getting sharp edges and all that. But I've covered it with ganache, and now I'm ready to start with my top part of my bed that I'm going to cover. So I'm starting with white, and I'm going to roll this out. It's just fondant, and I'm going to roll this out and lay it across the top. Get my cornstarch here so nothing sticks. And this is going to be the top of the bed. We're going to put a quilt cover on top, so we only need this to cover the top little portion of it. So it doesn't have to be that big. It doesn't have to cover the whole cake, just that top corner. Oops. All right.